Hey, and welcome back to Dredge. Today we wanna defend the iron rig from the weird kraken that's nearby, and for that we have to talk to the researcher at the old fortress. It's been some time, but maybe they still are, around the dog. We left the dog for obvious reasons. Oh, hello again. What do you need? Someone from the Ironhaven Corporation sent me. Huh, I didn't expect that name to follow me all the way out here. Perhaps that was naive of me. So, what do you want? Well, they are constructed drilling platform. Yeah, that's true, but first of all, these head scientist seems to know you. Let's just talk through all of the options, right? And I know him. He's the reason I was posted all the way out here, so far from home. He might have mentioned that I studied under him. But I studied him too. His theories on nature's cycles were odd. He never went into much detail, but his work had some curious influences. I heard whispers through the door in his office, saw confusing diagrams that lingered in half-erased chalk dust on torn up shreds of paper. Never could make much sense of it. What else? What about the drilling platform? Oh, and you're helping them with that, I suppose. Do you have any idea what they're even doing? They're paying me. She turns away and tries to recompose herself with a few deep breaths. Of course you don't. You're just trying to help. But you've seen what's happening or what's happened around the water here and elsewhere, I imagine. What about the defensive tech though? Well, it's the same tech I used in the repulsion machine I gave you. Strictly speaking, I wouldn't call it a defense system. It doesn't interact with anything on a physical level. You see, Ironhaven's Scientific Communication Division have long been working on projects to further their exertion over the natural world. It's complicated stuff, but essentially they were trying to emit signals to communicate with, well, anything they wanted, I suppose. The tech I've been working on is along those lines, but instead of a wide spectrum of communication, it attempts to broadcast a single word: flee. It emits the vocalized panic responses of every animal I was able to gather acoustic data for. That's an interesting way to deal with that. Why would you say flee though if you have such a massive, I guess, creature like that? I guess the Kraken is afraid of something that says flee? I don't know. Well, you need to protect the rig and its workers. I couldn't give a damn about the rig or the corp. But not everyone there deserves to face the consequences of the corp's actions. I'll give you some schematics. I'm sure I'm sure someone there is smart enough to decipher them and get it built. Just don't let them think this means I forgive them or that I approve of what they're doing. What else? I mean, that was really useful, right? One small talk. Also get to watch the dog again, just staring at me. So, that's lovely. In any case, we're also here to catch some more specimen. I don't recall everything already because I am terrible when it comes to my memory. But let's rest here real quick. We should be able to find some new fish. And also the schematic, is that a physical thing? No, it doesn't seem like it is. Alright. Let's get over here. Let's put some crab pots into the goop. If I can find some goop. I mean, I feel like the goop is going to be rather important now. And there should be some goop. Apparently just to the east. Okay. I kinda expected more inside. While we're at it here, by the way. And I hate myself for doing this, but what happens if I go over here? I've never tried to. Ooh, that's getting red. You're blue again. Huh. Are you just getting red if I get close? I'm guessing, right? This is a hey, I'm gonna attack you kind of moment. Okay. I just wanted to see because I never actually tried getting that close. I also don't want to go over this thing, right? That seems more like a tongue in the middle, right? Let's ignore that. I don't need to get eaten right now. I have avoided death for so long in this game. I kind of want to do it until the very end. Once I'm done with the game, then I might check it out. That's definitely something. But this is just a barracuda. We've had those before. So it's definitely not quite what I'm looking for. Wait, I can just look at the... Yeah, that's it. I still need to look at the symbol, right? Like, if there's, like, the arrow up, then that should be more than enough. And this should be a golden one. A tripod spiderfish. Is sure a name. That's a name that I've heard, apparently. Can I get you into, like, any position here? If I do it like... Wait. I do have an idea. If I put you around like this... Then I can at least use like all of the spaces, which would be nice, right? Like I do like being a bit smart about the space. But I feel like I'm gonna have to return anyway at some point. This is definitely a new one. I hope like that not all of the fish are like that massive. A Caricmachella? Huh? Slitted eyes lie at the base of each pronounced claw. Its tiny mouth limits its consuming small... Wait. Its tiny mouth limits it to consuming small prey. Okay, that's better. And the tripod spiderfish. The spiderfish waits in the gloom, perched on stilted fins. It faces the current upstream and can use its smaller front fins to direct prey into its mouth. Well, lovely. And while we're talking about prey in your mouth, how about I put some crab pots down here just so I can save on some space? That would be nice, right? Yeah. Alright, we have 2 fish already. Does it actually tell me what I need this time around? Because I do know that last time it didn't really tell me a lot. Oh wait, eagle shark, carry something, tripod spiderfish. We have 2 of those and a sea slug. Sea slug definitely sounds like more of a thing I would find in a crab pot again. Just because we've seen similar ones before. So it's probably a good idea to just have that one going. And while we're at it, I'm just gonna look into like all the other spaces if I find like a new shape. I'm just gonna assume that like all the new fish are the ones that I'm actually looking for. I don't know why. This might just be my game design brain. This is not a new fish. This doesn't need the upgraded form. Goop. The goop actually... I can't believe that the goop is the thing that actually surprises me most in this game. Yeah, let's discard the goop. I know, like, my other fish got kind of gooped as well, so that's not that lovely, but hey. What about you? That's an oceanic fish and a new one. I can time this. Can I even fit you? Yeah, I can. This is an eagle shark, okay. Gliding on wings that are as wide as the shark is long, this ancient relic resembles modern-day manta rays and other filter feeders. Alright. Filter feeder definitely sounds less dangerous, but... Sickly stench rises from your cargo hold. Okay, this is still like the thing that... I guess... Wait, is that ship new? Have I never paid attention to it? Probably. Anything I can dredge up here outside of treasure? I don't have space for treasure. I would like to, but... alas, it's not what I am going to do today. Let's look at you. This looks like the last thing that I need. I hope. No, wait, this is the spider thing, right? Like I already have one of those. Yeah, let's discard you real quick. I don't have the space, I'm sorry. Just throw you back into the ocean. Just as you wanted. You know, something about balance of nature. You are also something I've already had. So I guess the only thing that's missing is going to be the slug snail. What was it? Slug snail? I'm terrible at remembering anything, actually. A sea slug, okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna assume that you are related to... gonna say... Wait, why can I dock there? Oh wait, this is the old research lab, right? Yeah, I cannot remember now. Let's get over there, maybe rest a little bit, and then we can check out the crab pots. Before I forget. Could also activate like the machine here. Was the boat here before? I do remember that this was like kind of broken, but I can't remember like the rest. Alright, let's rest for like a few hours. I hope the fish is going to stay fresh enough that it doesn't matter. Because that's like the next annoying thing. Like if my fish is going bad while I'm here, fresh. Infected, okay. I don't actually know how infected works with like the freshness. Does it just stay fresh forever? Okay, like we can't really call it fresh forever because at the end of the day, that's the wrong direction. At the end of the day, you kind of lose a lot of the money in there. But like for this quest, it's actually perfect if it were to like never rot, because I don't actually care about like the amount of money I can get out of it. That's still the wrong, you know, the wrong oil spill. I can't believe that I cannot remember that. Also, what's that over there? Is that the... Oh, that's the island I've been before, right? Like just when I got here, basically. No. Also, this island definitely kind of surrounded by all of that goop. Anyway, let's check out these. They do look kind of full. That's one of you. I'm just gonna discard you so you can continue fishing. You know, sometimes I hear like weird noises here and I don't like that. Sea slug. I guess this is the one that I need. This small slug spends most of its life clinging to vegetation and feasting upon toxic sponges. Well, I'm guessing you're really important to the ecosystem. And a trophy as well. Ooh, I'm gonna bring you. Don't really care that much, like specifically, but I'm just gonna leave like the crab pots here. I feel like it's going to be too annoying to bring them with me. I have everything except for, I do have the schematic that I obviously have to bring, so we should probably deal with that, but we have all the samples, which is nice. So let's just manifest back home. I hope this is actually everything that I need, because that would be amazing if I didn't forget anything for once, and we could actually like speedrun those quests, just catching everything. I am kind of mad, but I don't see a monster nearby. I'm always like curious about that. Look at those eyes. For a moment I thought it was like at night, basically. You know, while we're at it, I kind of want to test one thing. What happens if I banish this? Oh! You do disappear for just a moment, or like you at least react, but you're not strong enough. That's interesting. Also, the sizzling and the music doesn't really work together. Anyway, science lab. Don't forget, the rig still needs some kind of defense system constructed. Well, fair enough. How about I submit some samples for now? You want a slug? Yeah, you want an eagle shark? I can bring you that one. You want the weird spider bit, the spider fish, and also the Carrig Marcella. That's certainly a name. The scientist arranges the specimens, now laid out on a metal table in front of him. He connects electrodes and wires to the heads of each. The brain of fish are primitive in many ways. Their simplicity is a kind of purity, no burdensome emotions to confuse the data. Just as rigor mortis locks the muscles, the final shape of the mind is held by the brain, but it can be extracted. The room is pierced with the sharp sounds of capacitors charging. The corpses on the bench jolt in unison. Slackened muscles arch and tense before lying still again. The scientist is already looking at the 4 monitors behind him. The same vague shape scrolls across each screen. Ragged circle, writhing cell, lidless eye, yawning pit. The difficulty is in reading it. Don't forget, the rig still needs some kind of defense system constructed. The people here are depending on you, oddly enough. Well, that's true. Do you know anything about the prehistoric fish I found, by the way? Nothing useful, aside from confirming with some peers that they are indeed species that were previously thought to be extinct. There's even a special name for that, you know. Lazarus taxon, a species seemingly raised from the dead. Oh, lovely. I like learning. Oh, what did they look like? You begin to describe the creatures to scientists, but as you grasp at the images in your head, they melt away, replaced with a swirling blackness in your mind's eye. After your description trails off, the scientist looks at you with some concern. Long nights, unusual weather condition, sleep deprivation, they can all lead to auditory and visual hallucinations. Not to worry, best to get some rest. I mean, that's true about like the strange creatures, but that's just kinda it, right? Like, it's not like we can take a photo. We would need like a photograph for that, but like the photographer is just like nowhere to be seen apparently. Anyway. Oh, defense is like a new category. That's neat. The foreman. So, this is where they're going to build some sort of machine to repel those tentacles, right? That's what the scientist said. These blueprints are confusing. What even is... Okay, I think I follow. Well, how lovely that I do have everything I need. I do have a crate and I do have one of you. That does mean that I need to collect more goop soon though. And I can just do that for free. Nice. Well, get started. Not just well, but we'll get started, so you don't even have to work. Defenses are primed. Turn on now. This had better work. And nothing bad is going to ever happen again. A droning voice begins to sound from the top of the rig, reverberating through the metal, down into the deep. Nothing bad this time? Oh no, the arms. Nothing bad happened. How lovely. The defenses are operational, emitting a droning sound that grates at the ears. Outside, the foreman is in conversation with a recent arrival to the rig, a stern-looking man in a suit. But sir, the seafloor here, it shouldn't be disturbed. This whole rig is built on some kind of living fault. You have to trust me. Trust you? You who couldn't even keep shipments in order, who involved locals just to save your own hide? The foreman cowers behind the clipboard. You, who put this whole operation in jeopardy? Enough of this. Your concerns end at steel and scaffolding. The future of this corporation is for me alone to decide. Fire it up. The drill descends once more into the blackness under the rig. Well, and here we thought nothing bad was going to happen, right? Well, too bad. I guess we have to visit the other two places still. And another fault line? Well, it's certainly not my fault line. Oh no, not the mangroves. I like those. The man in the suit turns to you. And we're back on track. While he overstepped his corporate responsibility, it appears the foreman was right and to enlist your assistance. There's one final building that needs to be constructed on this platform. Fleet Services. Without this building, we are unable to scale our efforts efficiently. I'll cut you a deal. If you assist in the construction of this building, I'll permit the workers to fit your vessel with a significant hull upgrade. After that, I don't want to see you around here anymore. Operation is confidential. Get on with it. Wow, lovely. Fleet Services. Gotta get this place operational or the boss will have my head. Good thing I have one more crate. It's almost as if the game predicted what I would do. No, but seriously, isn't there like at least one more wreckage that I need to explore? So I would be surprised if this was like the last thing in this game. Alright, we get to work on Fleet Services. Lovely. Pursuit resolved. Everything should be operational here, sir. Excellent. Remember, fisherman, I permit the workers to upgrade your hull with our tech here. But I think you know how this works by now. You'll have to gather the materials yourself. Wow. How does that look like, by the way? We can make improvements to our vessel here, including some cutting-edge Iron Haven tech that you won't find anywhere else. I want to say, like, something's missing here. A new hull, 2 crates and 2,500 bucks. Okay, definitely interesting. I would like to get that upgrade at some point, but that might be something for like the 100%. 11 new cargo space. Oh, that would be so amazing though. Oh, that would be so amazing. But I need to find so much lumber and stuff. Wow. Well, I guess this is like my goal for the distant future. For now, I'm just gonna see what the scientist has to say about like our next goal. I have like the weird, very, very weird suspicion that we have some places to still check out. Ooh, yes. The fish, Twisted Strand. Do you have them? This is new. I mean, I guess it was kind of implied. We do have crabs again, mangrove and shallow. So I do need like another net or something like that. And what's your opinion of your boss? My master. Oh, the executive, yes. He's everywhere. Very hardworking. Always has been. Always will be. Well, what a lovely chap, right? He needs me. my work. It all has to be correct. Do you understand? We have to be in the right place, or else there's not much time left. Ooh, definitely not ominous. I mean, I do know executives, and I don't want to get fired just because I am slightly too slow for their outrageous ideas of work. Have you learned anything about the black fluid I collected? It's unlike any substance I've ever seen. Touched. It's smooth one moment, silky, and the next, sharp, stabbing. The scientist flinches at something in the air above him. A moment later, the lights flicker. The subtle pop of a blown capacitor can be heard somewhere on the nearby bench. His voice drops to a breathy murmur. It holds secrets, instructions, whispers. Well, I hope you haven't drank any of it. You seem concerned. Concerned? No. Concern implies. He turns to look at you. One of his eyes is bloodshot. Well, it kind of explains the position that you're looking at, right? Right. Completely overrun with dark red blood. Concern implies that we didn't know this would happen. Well, how ominous. But as long as I'm getting paid, I don't care. Okay, let's just remember what I need to get. Cephactinus, okay. Opabinia. Boreaspis. And Nipponitis? Well, I do need a crab pot that I didn't pick up. I do need shadow and that stuff. Let's see if I can quickly upgrade that one at the end of this episode. After I go to the generator and throw some fish in. Sure, they are not worth a lot, actually. Sell that one, sell that one, sell that one. That's fine. Let's check out the factory. I've been drawing up some plans for a new factory wing. Take a look if you get a chance. Maybe. I just want to see if there's like... Is this Mangrove Coastal? I guess I can check out a new tier. I could get like more crab pots, actually. No, this is... Catches Dredge? Huh? An incredibly robust net allows for collecting of more solid materials. Fish can't be caught in a net like this. Interesting, I didn't actually pay attention to that last time. Huh. Flotsam Trap, interesting as well. Expands in a larger formation capable of gathering discarded materials. You can also get like scrap materials then, or what? Piston tubes from the waves, collecting filtered fluid in canisters. Oh wait, I already have like one of those, but that's actually interesting. Yeah, material gathering, I just looked at that, yeah. Repair tech. HQ said they're not sending any more delivery ships, so we want to get this place upgraded. We'll need materials from elsewhere. That's true, I do need to get some next time probably. I don't think I have the time for that. But it's interesting that we have like a new tier here. But I will need this one, and for that I need an anti-tangle line. I don't think I've ever bought one of those, have I? I don't think so. I should probably also sell like some of the old lines. I'm never going to use like a weighted line or like simple skimmer. You know what, that's probably a good idea. Like, I'm obviously going to keep like the Radiant Trawl net. That's just like an amazing net for like oceanic stuff in itself. Glacial Lands, maybe. Versatile Rod would be amazing if I could just upgrade that one. Maybe I can. Like, what happens if I... Not repair tech. What does repair tech mean? Maybe there are like some materials that I can use, or like some, I guess, objects, items, whatever upgrade you wanna call it, that allows me to repair my hull? I could see that being the case. But I guess since I can't get those upgrades right now anyway, because I would at least need like another canister, how about we do upgrading and that stuff in the next episode? So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.